Hey everyone, welcome back to the NPA Season 4 Week 3. We are team building against the Rochester Rhydons. You can see their team down there. It's a little bit scary. We're, what, a quarter of the way through now? Week 3? 25% done, baby. We're almost there. So the Rochester Rhydons have Terrakion. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Sylveon, Blastoise, Spiritomb, Tauros. I like that pick a lot, actually. We've also got Sandslash, Megalodios. I know it looks like Latios, but it's Latios. Magnezone, Blaziken, and of course no speed boost there. Tornadus, Incarnate, or Tornai, and Victory Bell. So, overall... Oh, hi, Josie. My dog is awake. Now she's going to come bug me, probably. Hello. Alright, so, we have a lot of stuff to prep against here. Luckily, we kind of have a decent matchup. The only thing that really hurts us are a couple of mons, so let's talk about those real quick. First and foremost, the Terrakion. The Terrakion is a huge problem. It absolutely body rocks our team, except for Cresselia. Cresselia is really the only thing that we have to handle the Terrakion. So we're gonna have to keep we're not gonna keep Terrakion healthy. We're gonna try and knock it out. We have to try and keep Cresselia healthy first and foremost, above any and all priorities. So Cresselia can't come in until all the other threats are dealt with, because once those threats are done, pretty much Cresselia can handle the rest for the most part. So let's talk about some of those threats, right? Sylveon, number one. Sylveon can kind of do us some dirt here. It's not great for us to be dealing with, but there it is. Sylveon is kind of a big problem. Spiritomb is a giant problem. If there's one thing that absolutely bodies my crest, it's that Spiritomb. Do I think he's gonna bring Spiritomb? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what the Rhydons are thinking. I'm not in their head. Magnezone is also kind of a big issue for Cresselia. Can't really hit it that hard. Everything's resisted. We're not running HP Fire. That you'll see that in a second. There's a lot of complications with Magnezone. So that's part of the reason why we brought a couple of the things that we brought. Blaziken I'm not too worried about. Tornadus Incarnate could be a little bit of a problem. I'm not looking forward to dealing with Tornadus Eye, which is, why we have the Blissey. We strictly have the Blissey to deal with Tornadus Eye. Just straight up. Same with Magnezone. We have Blissey to deal with Magnezone too. So that's like if you think about it, if you think about this team, if you specs Magnezone or Sylveon, what on my team switches into that? Blissey. like literally just Blissey. Luckily, thanks to the calcs, Psyshock doesn't do us too much dirt. So there's that at least. We at least have that in our corner. But yeah, man, like these special attackers, Blissey's my switch-in. That's what I got. But we're gonna run something a little bit different on Blissey this time. We'll see in a little bit here. Blastoise could be good. I personally think we're gonna be seeing Tornadus. We're gonna be seeing Megalodios. We're definitely gonna see the Terrakion. More than likely the Sylveon. And then like, I have some notes written down over here. Like, probably, what did I say so far? Megalodios, Magnezone, Tornadus Eye, Terrakion, and more than likely Sylveon for sure. It's a toss-up for me between either the Blaziken, because the Blaziken can deal with a lot of stuff pretty nicely too, or the Spiritomb. I personally think it's Spiritomb. I'm leaning. I'm kind of split on the two, but I'm leaning more towards Spiritomb. Is that a rhyme? Could have been a rhyme. I don't know. Either way, like, I know the Terrakion's coming. So we're definitely prepping for at least 5 of those things. And then, you know, we've got something to kind of handle the Blaziken or the Spiritomb as well. So let's get into it. Speaking of Spiritomb, Raigeki. Oh, we have nicknames now, by the way. We finally have nicknames. I'm sure you're all very thrilled about that. We finally have nicknames. So, Raigeki here. He is gonna kind of lead the pack here, Vikavolt. So we got Bug Buzz, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Hidden Power Ground. So Hidden Power Ground can kind of handle the Magnezone. Raigeki can handle Magnezone relative. Like, if it has to 1v1 it, it can. Unless it's got, like, HP Rock or something terrible, or HP Fire or something like that. But we're rocking Buginium Z. So Buginium Z Bug Buzz at this investment level can straight up 100% knockout max HP Spiritomb. So if we need to clear the Spiritomb and we don't have time to deal with its nonsense, we can just go ahead and click that Z move. It's interesting. I have not used a Z move yet. We're in week 3, so maybe this will be the week I get to use my Z move. We'll see. So Raigeki's here for like a slow Volt Switch. We get Thunderbolt, obviously big damage on stuff like the Blastoise if it's brought, the Tornadus if it's brought. Like, we're gonna be able to handle a Hurricane. We can live a Hurricane, possibly after Rocks. Difficult to say. From a max speed, I think we calced for Naive. Naive Life Orb is what we calced for. Just because, like, I can see Torn being mixed. I can really see it being a mixed set. Especially since, you know, Blissey is here to switch into Torn for all of his special attacking nonsense. You know, his superpower, and it's over. So I can definitely see it mixed. I didn't really anticipate a whole lot of like, you know, I didn't expect it to be like modest max HP specs or anything like that. So we calced it. We should live it at Naive, max special attack, Life Orb. Thank goodness. All right, Cresselia. Cresselia is here. Cresselia, the Space Duck. Cresselia, the Space Duck is here. We got Psychic, Moonblast, Calm Mind, and Moonlight. So we've run a set like this before. I think it was week 1. Was it week 1? No, we had HP Fire. All right, so a little bit different from our week 1 set. But we do have leftovers. We're not trying to get a whole lot. Like, we don't really need the Grassy Seed boost like we did before. We're not staring down some nasty Scizor nonsense. But Terrakion is kind of a problem on its own. So we're dealing with Terrakion. I mean, Cresselia handles a lot of the team, dude. Aside from Sylveon, Spiritomb, and that Magnezone, we pretty much have Cresselia here to tank most of the responsibility. So that's why it's here. We gotta watch out for Taunt. There's a lot of stuff that carries Taunt. Terrakion carries Taunt. There's a lot of stuff that gets Taunt on this team. So you know, if we can set up a Calm Mind, great. If not, you know, Cresselia, it doesn't really need the Calm Mind, but it's there just to kind of ensure a safety net. You know what I mean? Keep us from getting hit by you know, high rolls or whatever. So we got Cresselia. I mean, it's relatively self-explanatory, man. Like, look at the team, look at Cresselia, and then you're like, oh, okay, so Cresselia is kind of a win condition for us. It is. It absolutely is. And so that's why we brought it. We got Mystical Elf. You'll notice that, like, half of these things are Yu-Gi-Oh! References. So we have Mystical Elf the Blissey. It's bold. We got Natural Cure, so if it wants to get Toxic, if it wants to get T-Waved, if it wants to get statused in any form, that is kind of our sack. So again, kind of saving Cresselia from Toxics and things like that. We're going to be able to utilize Blissey in that sense. Additionally, we got Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Soft Boil, and Seismic Toss on it. So we're going to be able to get rocks up with it. Blissey, she is our Stealth Rocker. And we're going to be able to run T-Wave. So T-Wave this time instead of Toxic, I feel a lot better about. Just because it helps out Bulu so much. And we'll talk about him in just a second. Like, the speed on this team is so it's either really high or relatively kind of low. And so so for mid speeds like Bulu, he doesn't really know what to do. And so before I had T-Wave on Blissey, I was really debating not bringing Bulu. I was thinking about instead bringing Rhydon. Because, you know, at least, like, I could do that. Like, I was thinking about the Rhydon set, and I was like, well, I kind of just want to use this set. And, pro tip, when you just want to use a set and you're not really thinking about what better suits your team against your opponent, you should probably not do that. So we opted not to. I opted not to. I decided not to. We have Blissey for some speed control. Of course, we have it for hazard settings. We have it for sacking statuses and whatnot. So, you know, there's good things. There are good things happening right now. What else? Nothing. That's Blissey. Blissey's our special wall switch-in. It can take a side shock. We can soft boil. We can do a lot of things. Thank goodness for Blissey, the mystical elf. Lord Bulu is here. Lord Bulu is here. We're rocking Assault Vest. We're going to be able to take on that Mega Latios. Why a Mega Latios are we taking on? For reasons and science purposes. It helps us handle the Sylveon a little bit better with that hyper voicing nonsense. You know, I don't believe I remember calcing Tornadus, but if Vikavolt can live it with an Assault Vest, we can probably live it as well. That's just my guess. I'll probably do another calc just to be sure. We got the Wood Hammer, we got the Horn Leech, we got the Superpower, we got the Mega Horn. We're rocking Grassy Surge because that's the only way it comes. We are invested to outspeed max speed Sylveon, and I believe by default Magnezone, because I think they're both base 60. So we are going to outspeed them if they're timid. Max speed, pro plays, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. The benefit is that, like, if they are timid, then they lose a lot of that firepower with their special attack. So Blissey or Cresselia actually comes in a little bit easier. Same with Darmanitan, who can resist everything but a Thunderbolt. And we'll talk about him in a moment as well. So Bulu's here to hit stuff really hard. He can hang around a little bit longer with Horn Leech, but more than likely we're going to be wood hammering the heck out of stuff. Mega Horn should knock out the Latios, the Mega Latios. We got Superpower just in case. Just in case. We got to deal with that Magnezone. In case we have to 1v1 the Magnezone. I think we're a 2-hit KO with like a modest max special attack, choice specs, flash cannon. So we should be able to win that matchup more than likely because we are going to outspeed it in that sense, and we are going to be able to Superpower twice. So we should be okay there. That should be fine. Bulu, man, he's gonna hit stuff hard. He's here. Did you see this? You see this? He's got this going on. He wants it. He's ready. He is prepared. We got Pidgeot, Mega Pidgeot, Fox, the Mega Pidgeot. Can anybody guess that reference? It's Harry Potter. We got Run Timid because we always got to run timid because like Pidgeot just, I don't know, it's always got to be timid for some reason. We are gonna outspeed. We are calced to outspeed Jolly Max Speed Terrakion. I don't think that's the set they're gonna run, but I don't know. The Rhydons have plays, so we're doing what we can here. It doesn't really make any sense to try and outspeed other stuff because we're all, like I said, we're already kind of faster than everything else. And we're actually gonna outspeed the Mega Latios. That's what we're gonna outspeed. I got you. I know what I'm doing, guys. I know what's up. I know what I'm doing. So we got Hurricane, we got Heat Wave, we got U-Turn, we have Defog. So that's our Defogger. If we need to get rid of hazards, like if Vikavolt has to come in for whatever reason, we're clear. I'm tired. Sorry, it's really early. Sorry, fam, it's really early. Hurricane hits stuff really hard. Obviously, that's pretty great. We can kind of handle Tornadus. Pidgeot can, which is really, really awesome. Heat Wave is here to kind of get some last ditch damage on Magnezone. U-Turn is there for fast pivoting. In contrast to Vikavolt slow pivoting with Volt Switch. And then we got defog, you know, just in case we got. I'm not really too concerned about hazards for the most part. Anything that the Rhydons want to set up, I'm relatively okay with. Like, rocks are going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. Like, they're always a pain in the butt to deal with, right? They're stealth rocks. That's kind of their MO. But more than likely, we're going to try and just pick up KOs here. They don't really, if that team doesn't really have the bulk to stand up to the offense that we have, so we're more than likely we're just going to be hitting stuff a lot. So that's why Pidgeot is here. Kind of that filler gap. You know, Pidgeot's a good filler gap for revenge KOs and whatnot. And then we have Cuddles, probably my favorite nickname of all time. Cuddles the Darmanitan. We're rocking Choice Scarf again because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We should be able to outspeed Jolly Terrakion with our scarf, no problem there. We had to go max speed Jolly Scarf for some reason, and I don't remember what that reason is. But whatever the reason is, we outspeed it by 1 point. So that's why we're doing that. I'm sure I'll remember once I start looking at the other team and their base speeds again. But we're rocking our Choice Scarf. We got Flare Blitz, we got Rock Slide, we got Superpower, we got U-Turn. So we're gonna have another fast pivot, just in case, you know, we get off to a bad foot. We got the go in Revenge Kill, switch into something more pertinent. Superpower is there, obviously, to deal with the Terrakion if it comes to that. Once we find out if Terrakion is scarfed or not, that's kind of the big thing. I need to figure out if Terrakion is scarf, sub Swords Dance. Like, the Terrakion's really the biggest issue here. Once we get info on the Terrakion, I'm gonna feel a little bit better, and we'll be able to adjust the playstyle. So I kind of have a couple different answers in terms of how I should play out this game, based solely on what set the Terrakion is. I don't think they'll do Swords Dance. Like, I think Scarf is probably the most reasonable thing that we're gonna be looking at. So there's that. But yeah, we got, you know, Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is obviously the biggest thing we have to handle the Magnezone. Flare Blitz is going to do a lot of damage in general. Rock Slide is there for the Tornadus. So overall, like, I'm feeling pretty okay, you know. But then again, I felt terrible in the last 2 games, and we ended up winning relatively convincingly. So I don't know, man. I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid. You gotta live in the fear, you guys. You gotta live in the fear. The fear keeps you sharp. It keeps you alert. So I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid. There you go. There it is. That's our week 3 team builder. If you guys want, we have Tapu Koko Puff merch that should be on sale right now. If that's true, there will be a link in the description. Go check that out. And we will also have we should have a t-shirt campaign going on too. And the reason why there's a campaign alongside the merchandise is the campaign allowed us to make the t-shirts just a little bit cheaper. So I know price is always a bit, like, I very much enjoy getting clothes cheaper than I necessarily have to. So that's why we did. So we saved a couple bucks. We should have that going on right now. If not, I'm a liar. And I'm very sorry, and maybe by the time the match goes live, it'll be up instead. But it should be live. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Blue, and I will catch you next time. Probably tomorrow, actually, for our week 3 battle against the Rochester Rhydons.